Spend the day with me as a grad student who's also a church organist. Waking up this morning was a struggle to say the least, and I also felt really guilty for leaving George because I knew she would get lonely while I was gone. But by the grace of God, I managed to make it out the door and start my morning practice at a fairly decent hour. Because I've been so busy, every day feels like the longest day I've ever lived through, but then somehow the weeks are really zipping by, and I realize that we're already in the 4th week of the semester, and I haven't made a day in the life video since the first day, which is awkward because I was planning on posting these somewhat regularly. Oops. Anyways, I spent the morning practicing some repertoire and also preparing for organ improv class later in the day. Then I had lunch, not pictured because it was boring, and then I went to my first class, which is Chinese. Immediately after Chinese, I have my second class, which is organ improv, and then I took a little quick break for some charging before getting back to practice. We actually finished organ improv early, which was lucky for me because I was having an extra piano technique check-in this afternoon that I had completely forgotten about, so I had a chance to practice before meeting with my professor. I left my lunchbox in the bathroom 1 hour ago. Let's see if it's still there. Normally I have one more class on Wednesday afternoons, but we weren't meeting today, so I headed straight to the church where I work to get started on practicing before choir rehearsal tonight. After about an hour of practicing, I decided to walk to pick up my dinner because the weather was so nice. I'm trying to enjoy the 75 degrees in February and not worry about how hot it's going to get in the rest of the year. I'm not sure what it was, but this was the best Chipotle of my life. I enjoyed it so much. Then for the first half of choir rehearsal, I observe and just make some notes on tempo, and then I have a very short minute to practice anything last minute that I need, and then the choir comes and joins me at the organ. We finished choir rehearsal early, which was the best thing that ever happened to me because normally I never get home before 9 or 9:15. And then I spent the rest of my evening calling my boyfriend, hanging out with George, taking care of random chores at home, and editing this video. So if you enjoyed, please comment and follow for more.